Hey everyone, it's Nathas. Today I'm going to be doing another run of the campaign on the SolForge Fusion Alpha Client. So today I'm going to be playing a deck called Swamp Moss's Double Seal. So this is an interesting one. So it starts out that this is a Cersei deck with my favorite Cersei layout with Death Touch at level 2, Life Drain at level 3, and Army Commander at level 4. Now, the purple half is interesting because, granted, it's got a Dark Heart Sorcerer and Illyria. The other three creatures are mediocre. We got the Spite Hydra, Fiend, and the Stout Apparition. On this green half, we've got a very interesting list that's got a Glowhive Siren, a Leyline Vermin, Rooted Mantis, a Spring Dryad, Stout Hide Stegodon, Swamp Moss Lurker, Taliesin, and Rex. So there's a lot of life gain, dinosaurs with fighting, free spells. Like, the creature base is interesting. But now, what it gets it really interesting is that this purple half has a Betrayer Forge Seal, as well as a bunch of other spells. And then the green half also has a Forge Seal with Elysian Rain. So there's a lot of minion generation, there's a lot of removal. So there's no Krogius, which is one of the reasons why I really haven't played this deck too often. And honestly, I do think that 2 Forge Seals is probably too many. But having double Forge Seal with a Mantis and having this Cersei roll out with Death Touch, Life Drain Army Commander, I feel like it's going to make for a fun time. So I just want to go through, run the campaign with this deck, and see how it runs. So let's get that going. All right, so our first option, so we have our first upgrade for the deck. So at the start of the first turn, create and play a level 2 Quest 1 token. We've also got one of your beasts comes into play. When this deals damage to enemy player, it gets 5 health. Or at the end of the turn, there's a 50% chance that you replace all your Wisp minions with Oak Fathers. So knowing we have Elysian Rain, this is definitely the strongest. So we can play either against Nyx, where Nyx starts with a Harvesting Ground in play, or a Korok, where Korok will destroy an enemy creature with decreased health at the end of each deck cycle. So let's play against Korok. Alright, this is definitely an interesting starting first hand. So we're probably going to go Rex into Taliesin and Stout Hide Stegodon. So we get a little bit of removal too, which is nice. Oh, that takes some damage. So we'll go Taliesin activate. Alright, so we got nothing to battle. We are upgrading a lot of cards and gaining some life. So unfortunately, the mod tried to use Everflame Aura on empty board, which is why nothing really happened off that free spell from Taliesin. And then we're facing against a Nargath Commander, so that's going to live against the Taliesin. I'm going to still push 10 damage. So at least we push some damage here. So we've got a couple options. So obviously the Rooted Mantis can just kill a creature right off the bat. I think I'm just going to start with this Dark Heart Sorcerer, just for the sake of having it out. Granted, Elysian Rain is probably a stronger play, actually, so you know what? We'll play it, because there's a 50% chance this is going to turn into an Oak Father. So we'll drop it in a lane where it ideally will not be killed, but the Rooted Mantis will kill something if it goes in front of it anyway. We got a Combat Giant. So I definitely want to kill that Giant to keep the Rex alive. And then my Mantis will kill the Commander, and I'll push 10 damage. Oh, and we got the Oak Father. That's a fun little upgrade. Alright, so we got a lot of life gain opportunity this turn. So I think we're just going to do the Glowhive first, then the Spring Dryad into... Oh, you know what? We'll do Spring Dryad into Glowhive into Swamp Moss. Question is now, where do we want to put everything? I guess technically if I do the Swamp Moss first, I'm going to lose a life, but at least we'll deal some damage to that Goliath. So it is a dino. So we'll play this for free. We won't get the trigger off the Glowhive, but it's okay, just because we need an empty space anyway for this Glowhive Siren. So even though my Rex is going to die, it did its job. Oof. Venerable Colossus is a big Colossus. So now one of my creatures is destroyed at the end of the deck cycle, but my opponent only has 13 life left, so we got the Taliesin, we've got a free Swamp Moss, we got the Group Meal, which is not going to really do too much. So I'm going to do the Taliesin second, and I'm going to do the Swamp Moss second, so we might as well start by just... I don't want to actually push this back, so I'm just going to Group Meal. Alright, so the commander was played over, so I'm going to start with the Taliesin. I'm going to activate, and it replaced again, which was maybe not the most ideal move. So I get a free spell here, which will be Leyline Vermin. Let's push this back. Or not push it back, just make it lose its abilities. I guess we might as well kill it too with our Death Touch. And then drop a free Swamp Moss, gain another life, and that should be in... No, it's not enough. It's almost enough. Will be one more damage I need to push. So this deck is fun because I'm definitely able to push a lot of damage and play a lot of free spells, which is pretty cool. We're going to start with the Rex. And we might as well activate now. Why not? Sparrowcom Conclave. That's not what I was expecting. I guess we'll just play the Forge Seal, gain some life, and then we're going to play the Stouthide Stegodon against whatever gets played. So this will be able to gain +2/+2 and fight. We'll replace the Spring Dryad. So that'll kill here. And I gain 4 life. We'll activate it just to be silly. Alright, so that'll push lethal here. So this deck was very aggressive for this first game. Lots of life gain while pushing a lot of damage. So I'm enjoying this so far. And having 3 removal destroy level 1 cards in cycle 1 is pretty nice. Even though I missed one of the Forge Seals. Alright, so my beasts have aggressive. When one of my beasts comes into play, it gets, when this deals damage to an enemy player, you gain 5 life. We've got, at the end of the deck cycle, play an Oakfather. And we've got, at this first turn, and play a level 2 Necrom God Shrine. So I know some of these shrines aren't working yet, so I'm not going to pick this upgrade. But we're going to pick the Oakfather minion, because again, the more Oakfathers, the better. So then we've got the option of playing against Snowstep. All creatures have Defender the turn they come into play. Light Witch, when anyone plays a spell, they get a mindless zombie minion in an empty lane. And Rooted Wartusk, when Rooted Wartusk gains health, its creatures lose Defender. Let's play against Blight Witch. This Blight Witch is always really fun to play against. Ooh, a Thunder Crash Field and a Mindless Zombie. That's pretty good. So we got Forge Seal and Mantis out in this, or by hand this turn. I'm not going to be able to play both, so I think I'm just going to start by playing a Spring Dryad. And we're going to drop it here, because at the end of the day, I could drop the Mantis or the Forge Seal to kill this if it gets too big. So I get to play a free spell, so that actually helps me a little bit. I think I'm going to play the Forge Seal, even though Lycian Rain is tempting. Ooh, okay, so this lives at least. So I'll drop my Mindless Zombie here. They get another Mindless Zombie. We're going to activate and destroy. I'm going to play the Rooted. I could push a little damage. Or I could block. I'm just going to block here. I want to keep my life total high enough to be able to Swamp Moss. We do a destroy. So we got to play our Forge Seal and our Mantis. We almost lost the Spring Dryad in the process. We're probably going to lose this next turn, but it is what it is. Alright, so looking at our hand, I really do enjoy the Rex. Glow Hive is also very nice. Dark Heart's not going to be super helpful here. So I think I'm going to go Glow Hive first, Rex second. That way we get an extra power on that Glow Hive. I'm going to take the damage here from the Stormcaller. So the Mantis will kill the Stormcaller, so I'll leave that. Part of me wants to play the Varnish Pact, because then I'll be able to drop 2 zombies. But the Venerable Rex is going to be nicer if I do draw that Swamp Moss. Spirit Golem Conclave. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't play the zombie in the Spirit Golem Conclave lane. That would have been brutal. Alright, so we did not hit our Swamp Moss Lurker, but we did hit another Forge Seal. I think we're going to start with an Om Nom Nom. Actually, let's see what's in our Banish pile, because the group meal could also be interesting. Not our Banish, I mean our discard pile. There's nothing I feel like I really need to upgrade, so we're going to Om Nom Nom, kill the zombie, and get a mindless. Or actually, we get 2 mindless zombies here. One from the Light Witch ability. And then we're going to Forge Seal to kill something, which will be this General Zareth. Doesn't really matter where I put it. Alright. So we no longer have our Spring Dryad. But I do get my Oak Father at the end of the deck cycle, which seems pretty wild. We'll put it in front, or actually we're going to open lane it. Alright, so we got a couple options here. I think we're going to go Glow Hive first, Stout Hide Stegodon over the second, and then probably destroy the Spell Sprite with our ability. But we'll see what else gets played first. Oh, lots of Spell Sprites all making their way in this Thunder Crash field lane. I'm actually not sure. I gotta check the game log to see exactly what happened. It seemed like something else got played as well. What got targeted? Oh, Necromantic Rebirth. Oh, when you play a spell, give an enemy creature -2/-2. That is very strong. Wow. Okay, so that's why everything kind of dropped a little bit. Alright, so our Stout Hide Stegodon's not going to do anything in terms of life gain unless I kill the Spell Sprite first. I guess we might as well. Granted, our Rex is going to die. Actually, no, it won't. Or no, I want to, yeah. So what we're going to do here, we're going to Death Touch the Spell Sprite in this lane. We're going to play the Stout Hide Stegodon. Because of the Rex, I can have it battle something. Part of me wants to battle to keep the Rex alive, but instead we're just going to kill the thing in front of the Glow Hive Siren. And that's what we're going to play. So the Devour Soul is going to give something -2/-2, and Blight Witch will give something -2/-2. This is definitely, with all the spells that are getting played, with all these zombies that are hitting the board, this is definitely like pretty stressful. Ooh, so the Reveler is kind of nice for me here. So I'll be able to play both Forge Seals. So I'll play this one here. At the very least, I'm going to gain life. Alright, good. So they didn't kill anything off of playing the spell. We're getting the free mindless zombie, which we're going to drop here. Now I'm going to activate. I'm going to deal 6, gain 6. And we might as well do it again. Oops, I played it on the wrong card. So let's just undo. Oh no, it's not letting me. So I played it on the card that already had a Forge Seal on it. I guess that was my fault. Although usually the undo button usually comes in. Alright, so we will drop a Spring Dryad. And then actually that should be lethal now. I guess that's the one danger is you definitely don't want to... Oh, no, it's not lethal. It's close. So we'll start by playing Darkheart here. Take the damage. I'll play the Taliesin. Activate it. Nom nom nom. Yeah, that's the only downside, because a lot of times I'll just pick a creature to Forge Seal that's unactive, or that has not been activated, and that game from the last turn, I was just like, oh, let's throw it on the Glow Hive. But it had already been activated from the Forge Seal I already did. So I guess that's really only a problem if I have 2 Forge Seals in hand. Now, granted, it didn't cost me the game, but that was a silly play by me. Alright, so now our next set of upgrades. Whenever I upgrade a card, deal 5 damage to a creature or player. That's pretty strong. Whenever I replace a creature, give an enemy creature -3/-3. Or whenever I play a spell, reanimate a random creature. Let's try Spellslinger. We might build a Mantis a ton. That sounds fun. Alright, so now we can either play against Magma Field, which when it plays an elemental, all my creatures take 1 damage, or Thundersoar, so when it takes damage, give that much attack to each of its creatures. So I played against it, and it was pretty nasty in the past, so I kind of want to try Thundersoar again to see if it's as strong as it was last time. Alright, so I think we're going to start with a Darkheart into a... Oh, the only downside of the Darkheart is if it deals damage, it is going to give all of Thundersoar's creatures additional attack. But I think we're okay. Excuse me, okay with that. So we're going to drop the Darkheart Sorcerer. Then we are going to Forge Seal the Darkheart Sorcerer. We're going to deal 2 damage to Thundersoar, which is going to give 2 attack to all of its creatures. Then, because we are over 50 life, we're going to play a free Swamp Moss Lurker, and we're going to kill this other Wisp. We got to try to make sure nothing stays on the board after each combat, because if it does, there's a very good chance that these creatures are all going to get way too big. So here I'm going to start with another Glow Hive. Or not another Glow Hive, a first Glow Hive. I have no way to kill that in its current state, so we're just going to Stouthide Stegodon. We're going to gain 3 life, which is going to make our Glow Hive bigger. So both of these are going to be huge right now. And this is going to get 9 attack. That's pretty scary, to be honest. So I definitely need to be able to kill this. And on board right now, I can't really see anything. So whenever I play a spell, I'll be able to reanimate a creature. So I think we're going to start... We might as well play the spell. I forget what creatures actually might banish. Glow Hive. Oops. So we're going to start with the Spring Dryad. I think. So I'm trying to think how I could layer this. So if I go Lycian Rain first, we're going to deal 2 damage, everything's going to get bigger. So I guess we will play the Lycian Rain first. So then we're going to go Taliesin into Spring Dryad. Alright, yeah, I think that was our best bet. Yeah, we get to play an Oak Father. So Lycian Rain's going to be nice. Plus, technically, if I reanimate a creature, I could kind of go a little crazy. So I'm going to start by activating. Oh, that turnabout. Well, I guess that gives me more opportunity now to Stout-Hide Stegodon. We might as well kill the Relentless Wanderers. Let's play the Lycian Rain. It lets us reanimate. Oh, we'll go Wisp first. Wisp. Gain a bunch of life. Reanimate first. Oh, I gotta choose the lane. Goodbye, Wisp, I guess. What do we get? Glow Hive. That actually worked out well. So I guess I'll play the Lyria, gain the life, and reanimate creature. Oh, it has to be an empty lane. Oh no, I just don't have any level 1 creatures left. Oh, that could be interesting. Oh no, that should be able to reanimate. Huh. I guess for whatever reason that's not going to let me reanimate a creature from my discard this time. It's fine. Thank goodness nothing lived, because that would have been a ton of damage or a ton of attack that the creatures would have gained. So I'll take the damage. So we got the Forge Seal here. I think we're going to Nom Nom into Forge Seal. Just got to gain our Glow Hive life. Yeah, that worked out, because now I'm just going to Forge Seal. Reanimate a random creature. We're going to activate to deal 6, gain 6. We're going to do a lot of damage. All right. 145 damage dealt that game. A lot of damage that I pushed. All right, so now our next option, we have 3 choices. So whenever I play a spell, play a gizmo. When one of my minion creatures is destroyed, give an enemy creature -2/-2. Or when one of my minion creatures comes into play, it gets +2/+2. So we definitely like that when you play a spell, play a gizmo. That'll be fun. We can either play against Rallying Captain, so Rallying Captain's warriors get +1/+1 at the start of each turn, or we could play against Krogius. Everyone's favorite plant has a party. I'm Krogius surprised. Krogius doesn't spend an action to play Krogius. Krogiusception. I love it. So we're playing against Krogius. Alright, so we've got Forge Seal, Mantis, Glowhive in hand. I think we're just going to start with the Glowhive Siren, because it's hard to justify playing the Mantis into an empty board. Now we're definitely going to kill the Taro with our Death Touch. All right. Let's go through that first turn, 54-54. That's sad, the way that it just replaced the Shard King. But I think we're going to go probably Stout-Hide Stegodon first. Lycian Rain is kind of tempting. It will get me a Gizmo, actually. And it will let me reanimate a creature. Is it worth it? I'm going to play the Lycian Rain, even though the Stout-Hide Stegodon is really tempting. Oh, hold on. If I Lycian Rain, replace the Mantis, I could reanimate the Mantis. I didn't even think of that initially. So, I like that move. And then it plays whatever it's going to play, and then I'm going to Forge Seal to kill it. So we're going to gain 3 life off of the Forge Seal. I don't think we have anything to reanimate. We're going to play another Gizmo, though. We're going to gain some life. That's going to push the Mantis up, and we're going to kill their Glowhive. So that was actually a really cool turn because of all the upgrades. And our Wisp got upgraded to a Oakfather, which is really nice. Alright, so we're going to start by replacing a Gizmo with a Spring Dryad to give it +2/+2. Excuse me. Alright, so we got a free Krogius and a Shard Plate Delver. What do we miss here? Or actually, what's in our discard? Because what can we play for free? Rex, Stout-Hide Stegodon. There's quite a few cards that could be interesting. And there's nothing I really need to erase. If I play the Varnus Pact, that actually does do -6/-6. So we're going to play the Mindless Zombie minion here. That'll let us kill this. Gaining a life. We're going to play a Gizmo. Gain a life. Reanimate a random creature, which is the Mantis. Yeah, these upgrades are getting kind of ridiculous. Can't complain though. We're gonna activate the Mantis, kill the Krogius, and we're gonna push a lot of damage. So we get an Oak Father, might as well put it over the Gizmo. Alright. Krogius played 5 Saprolings at the start of the first turn of the deck cycle. So nothing will be unopposed. So the Stouthat Stegodon is not great here. I think we're going to Spring Dryad, but do we want to Varnis Pact first to kill something? So if I Varnis Pact, might as well kill the Shard King. We're going to gain the life. We're going to play Gizmo. We're going to reanimate the creature over the Gizmo, which is the Mantis yet again. We're going to kill the card in front of the Saproling that got +5 in Breakthrough. Oh, that's from the Shard King. And a Heart Tree. So we'll destroy one of these. We could Forge Seal. Ooh, actually, we'll Forge Seal. Ooh, we did the wrong creature again. Forge Seal. Play the Gizmo. Reanimate. Gotta resolve all these triggers. So I have the ability to kill 2 level 1 creatures, so nothing will be able to be blocked. So use the Forge Seal, kill level 1. Use the Mantis, kill level 1. Alright, that was a pretty ridiculous game. So this is a fun deck. Now we're going into our battle with Reclusa. So we can either, the first time one of my creatures with deploy comes into play each turn, repeat one of its deploy abilities, or at the end of each deck cycle, give one of your creatures +1/+1 for each spell in your banish pile. I actually don't think there are too many creatures with deploy. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. But this is a cool ability, so I'm going to pick it, and I hope that I'll be able to use it at least once. And we'll play against Reclusa and see how this goes. Alright. I guess we'll start with the Spring Dryad. We'll Lycian Rain over the Spring Dryad, so we could reanimate it, because it was webbed. So now granted, this is going to die, but it's okay. Because the Spider Egg is going to destroy it at the end of the turn. Oh, that's sad. It turned into an Oak Father, and then it got destroyed. Alright, so we're at 52 health, so we're going to be able to play a free Swamp Moss. Because this is a 6/6, or not, sorry, it's a level 2 and a 6/6, I'm going to have to figure out a way to kill it. So if I play a spell, I can make a Gizmo. If I play a spell, I could do a Gizmo. So the Taliesin will be able to play a free card. The Swamp Moss is also free. I think we're going to start with a free Swamp Moss into a Forge Seal. And then I'm going to Talisman into a Varnus Pact, and I think that'll be able to kill. Oh, wait, no, we want to save that for after. So we're going to start by going Forge Seal to kill the Spider Egg, I think. So that'll get me a Gizmo. So I played 2 more eggs. We're going to Talisman. We're going to activate Talisman. We're going to play a Varnus Pact. That's our only way to kill the 6/6. Oh. Now we can play Gizmo. Actually, if it lets me, I could undo it and I could play the Gizmo over the Talisman. So I could play Talisman a second time. Which sounds appealing, but it might not work. Yeah, there's no undo button here. And because I lost life, I can't do a free Swamp Moss. That's so sad. I was punished. 6 damage unless I destroy one of my creatures. I guess we'll destroy Talisman. It should have been the Gizmo because it's going to die anyway. I'm playing real sloppy right here. So I guess we're going to start with Deliria and hope that we hit something good. Oh, I get to reanimate 2 things. So the Steadfast Fiend is going to be the first. I guess we'll drop it here. We get a second. It's going to be Stout Apparition. I'll drop it. Where? I guess here. Give it +2/+2. And we're going to destroy Lyria. Oh, or do we destroy the Fiend? No, we'll let the Fiend die after. So we do have Forge Seal now, which is going to get us a Gizmo and let us reanimate a creature. So let's reanimate first. But no, let's Gizmo first. Then we'll reanimate. We'll do it over the Gizmo. Hope for the best. Okay. That's going to kill that. And we could Death Touch something. Let's do Talisman first and then Death Touch something. So we're going to go, I guess, free Glow Hive. And we will kill that so this lives. We'll get the Glow Hive +2/+2 from the Fiend. Now I get to play a free Oak Father, which I'll play here. So now we have a Forge Seal, which is going to be able to kill something, which is nice. We also have Om Nom Nom, that's going to be able to give something -4/-4. So I guess I'm going to drop Varnus Pact here. We're going to give this -4/-4. We're going to play a Gizmo. We're going to reanimate a card over the gizmo, which is Taliesin. We'll activate the Taliesin to play a Forge Seal, which will reanimate a card and make a gizmo. So we will... Oh, we got nothing to bring up from our Illyria. Now we could deal 6 to something, and we could also destroy a level 1 creature. So we might as well destroy the level 1 that we can, and we'll deal 6 to this one right here. That Broodfang's gonna kill something. Oop, I forgot I actually had another play. For the first turn of cycle 2, so the group meal's worthless. The Stout Apparition is gonna kill the Taliesin because this isn't gonna do anything anyway. So we just have a big body here to kill the Broodfang. And it got webbed. RIP. I take 10 unless I let a creature die. Goodbye, 0-15. So this Rooted Mantis is going to be able to kill the Broodfang, which is nice. I do have my free Swamp Moss as well. Do I want an Epidemic? Is there any reason to? I think we're going to start with Rooted Mantis. We'll destroy the Broodfang. We'll save the Swamp Moss. We'll... I do not remember if a creature of mine died. I think it did. Yes, it did. Good. Then we play our free Swamp Moss Lurker. Now this is going to be killed. Alright. So our Illyria can get something back. Forge Seal could also get stuff back. Lycian Rain could be nice. I think we're going to start with the Lycian Rain, which will make 5/5s. So we'll have one go here. We're going to have one go here. We're going to make a gizmo. Reanimate a creature. So when I play the Forge Seal, it's going to reanimate something. I do not think I care enough to destroy anything. Oh, actually, because our first deploy ability gets copied, we could bring back like 3 things, or 2 things. I think that's more appealing. So we get Darkheart first. We'll drop it here. I only had one level 1 creature, I guess. No, that's unfortunate. That's still fine. Well, none of these will die to the Forge Seal now. Just kind of annoying. I still want a Forge Seal. We'll go Gizmo, reanimate. Now we could deal 6 to something. So those will trade. This will stay alive. I think I want to kill that egg. That way the Swamp Moss could kill it. So my Fiend was killed. I could give something +2/+2. We'll do it to the Dark card, I guess. In the deck cycle, I'll get an Oak Father too, which is nice. I'm going to drop it here. Well, that wasn't good. Everything has been killed. Alright. So we're at the beginning of cycle 3. I could basically go Spring Dryad, Lyria, Spring Dryad, which is pretty nice. I think that's probably our best bet. So they're all going to die, but I guess that's fine. Oh, and we get to do 2 things, but I can only do 1. If only I had 2 creatures in my discard pile. Is there any reason now? Yeah, I'm going to activate, and we're going to kill the one with the Spring Dryad. So we've got 2 level 3 Forge Seals. What's in my discard pile? So we could bring back a Glowhive Siren. So if I go Taliesin, Forge Seal into Taliesin into Forge Seal, I think that's kind of the best bet here. We're going to start with the Taliesin, gain a ton of life. We'll activate it. We're going to then play the Forge Seal, which will let me play a Gizmo. We get to reanimate a creature. Alright, now that everything's resolved, we activate, play a Taliesin, gain a bunch more life. We activate the... What else is in here? I think we want the Glowhive. We're still in my first play, actually, which is interesting. We're going to do it on... Ooh, actually, we're going to do it on the Spring Dryad because we don't want to get rid of that. So we're going to reanimate a creature first. We're going to play the Gizmo. We have no level 1s in our discard pile because it's so late in the game. So now we activate. We're going to upgrade Glowhive. Play it over the Gizmo. That was a lot of play. I will take the damage. 5 damage is nothing right now. Oh, I still have to play another card. I guess at this point I'll play the Fiend over the Talisman. Alright. And we'll take the damage yet again. Alright. So I give one of my creatures +4/+4. Guess we'll do it to the Glowhive Siren. Now Recluse is at 11. Okay. Destroy an enemy creature if you do play a Spider Egg minion in one of your empty lanes. So I guess we're going to start with our Dark Heart. And we will activate guess we might as well just drop some spells to deal some damage. Alright, we don't have any more level 1s in our discard pile. I'm sorry, I'm just getting over COVID. Sticky situation. I will destroy that zombie. Now we could Om Nom Nom. So we might as well give that one -3/-3. Play Gizmo. We'll reanimate. That will do it. Yeah, so that kind of went crazy with kind of all the plays towards the end. Definitely a lot of fun. All right. And that will push us through into the end of the campaign. So now we get some deck upgrades. All right, so if our level 2 Forgeborn ability becomes Death Touch, destroy all level 1 enemy creatures, that makes this deck insane. So we'll pick that. We've got a gold card upgrade right now as well, which doesn't do anything at the moment. We definitely want to upgrade our Life Drain to give deal 8, gain 8. Another gold card. Now we have another set of upgrades. So we can either play a minion, or when I play a minion, get 2 armor. My Lyrias get +1 armor. Whenever I play a beast, my scientists get +2/+2. At the start of the game, your mages gain deploy, deal 1 damage to an enemy creature or player. Or a Lyria rare upgrade, which says at the start of the game, your Lyrias lose all printed abilities. Deploy, play a level 1 creature from your discard pile. At the start of the game, your level 2s play a level 1 or 2 from your discard pile. Oh, and the level 3 gets up to 2. This is definitely a lot better than regular Lyria. So we're going to pick that. So that is the campaign with our Swamp Moss double Forge Seal deck. So this was a lot of fun. I hope you guys have a really good time watching this one, and I will see you guys next time.